Hi, my name is Jakin Roach. A funny thing about my name is it's actually spelled Jachin. Many people get this confused. They think it's Jachin, Jackin. The funniest pronunciation I've ever heard is Joaquin. So if you think of the CH like the CH in Michael, you'll get it right every time. So it's Jakin Roach. I was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but I never lived there a day of my life. Kind of interesting. But I did spend my growing up years, at least 8 years, in Canton, Georgia. And then my family and I moved across the country to a small town in Oregon called Klamath Falls. And I finished up my childhood there, as you could assume. When I grow up, I hope to be a medevac pilot. Right now, I'm studying to be a pilot. I'm in an aviation program, and I would like to fly people who are sick to medical facilities. That way, they can get treatment to hopefully be able to live a happy, full life again. I think that'd be a very rewarding career to have. The most important person in my life has been my father because he's so level headed, so patient, so hardworking. He always told me roaches never give up. I've always hung on to that throughout my life. He's always been behind me every step of the way. Whatever dream I've had, whatever ambition, he's always encouraged me to just test it. And he's always been there to help me financially, help me get there, help me do things. Just the greatest dad you could ever ask for. The happiest moment of my life was definitely when I got an acceptance letter to go to the United States Air Force Academy and the United States Naval Academy summer seminars. That was between my junior and senior year in high school. Now, the selection process is pretty intense for this session, and so I was very excited to be able to go. So that was definitely the highlight of my entire year. The proudest moment was when I actually received a congressional nomination for the Air Force Academy and the United States Naval Academy from my Congressman Greg Walden in Oregon. Now, the way the application process works for those academies is you have to complete the application, then you have to get a nomination, and if you don't have a nomination, then you're not allowed to progress in the application process. So that was definitely a proud moment. He only gave out 4 nominations out of the entire state, so I was very thankful for that. The saddest moment of my life has definitely been recently. My father was diagnosed with colon cancer, so he had that removed, and now he's into chemo and hopefully recovering. The kindest person to me in my life has definitely been my mother. She's always wanting to talk, always wanting to listen, always wanting to care about my life and what's going on, always being the motherly figure, so I couldn't ask for a better mom. The most important lessons that I've learned in life are to never give up, keep a positive mental attitude, have integrity, and always put God first and strive to have a relationship with Him. I believe if you do these things, then life will just somewhat fall into place for you. Never giving up, picking a goal, working towards it, but having that positive attitude, because if you're negative, you've defeated yourself already. I'm proudest about my ability in the past to work hard. To get to the Air Force Academy or the Naval Academy, I had to put a lot of work in. I spent 6 years of my life throughout middle school and high school just doing things that would make me competitive, good grades, sports, community service, academics, physical fitness, all those kind of things I did. And without those 6 years, I wouldn't have the skill set that I have now. I wouldn't have the friends that I do now. So I'm very thankful, very proud of my ability to stick with something for that long. And when I pass away or die, I want to be remembered as someone who's always smiling, who's always giving, who is always kind. I want to be able to radiate God's love around me. I don't want to be remembered as someone who's selfish. I want to be remembered as someone who's selfless, someone who took hold of life like it was leaving, not someone who just assumed that life was given to me like it was my right. If I could interview someone, I would definitely choose to interview Jesus just because of his ministry, the way he was able to talk with such power and authority, the way people just marveled at the words. He's a example that I really, really strive to be like. And if this was our last conversation, I think the words I would impart to you are to slow down, relax, and don't worry about life. Today, in this age, we're so fast paced. America, all we work towards is a degree, towards working, getting money. If we're not busy, if we're not successful, then you're lazy, is what they tell you. But I think that's all wrong. I think we miss the roses on the side of the road. So I think if you truly want to have a happy life, we should stop living like we're going to get tomorrow. I think we should start living like tomorrow will never come. If you knew you weren't going to have tomorrow, do you think you'd put so much energy and be so crabby about getting that homework assignment done, or about the way your supper turned out, or that your toast got burned? I don't think you would. I think when you realize that tomorrow may not come, you start to pick the things that are the best in your life. You start to pick the things that are the most important to work towards. So I challenge you to take the words that I've told you. Maybe try to apply that to your life and see what comes of it. So until next time, thanks for listening to my introductory speech.